Oh, we're going up against an electric type who's got 170 base special. I guess I should bring a Gyarados.
Hi, Twitch.
Sorry. Hi, Twitch. Computers are dumb. They will not be replacing us.
We are live.
You say that, but I watched The Matrix.
I lost 4 in the last fight. My God, dude.
Let me open up our YouTube channel real quick. Oh, not on that chat. Not on that one, though.
Woo.
All right, that now puts me at 8 losses.
Yep, live now on YouTube.
Oh God, I hear it multiple times. I don't like this.
All right, that now puts me at 8 losses. Time to deliver a pizza,
I think my brain just broke.
Let me open up this chat here. Pop out chat in YouTube.
Oh, I just got 2 notifications that we're live.
Oh yeah, from our Discords.
Yep.
Is it 2 or 3?
Well, I got
Probably
2,
3.
but I didn't get a. Well, don't. I'm not in that other Discord.
Oh yeah, I got 3.
Okay,
Not
chat
that you can
is
see it because
good.
it just vanished.
And then let me
deliver a
just
pizza,
pull
bro.
up this chat. Okay, I'm gonna record here. Already recording the Zoom. Need to pull up Audacity, which I hope everybody else has open.
Oh, baby boo! I've been ready with Audacity for minutes.
Oh shit! I need to hit record.
So sweet.
Woot. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry.
Recording there. Recording there. Recording voice meter. And do I need to hit record anywhere else?
Thank you for joining us on the live show.
No, but I need to send the producer link.
Oh,
Justin
thank
will
you.
be here.
Thank you, baby boo. Do you need me to give you a second to get a Patreon open too?
No, I got that. I did that before I got on the call because I knew that was going to be a problem.
Justin will be here in a moment, and we'll be ready to do the show in a moment as well. So you just hang tight. Stay beautiful.
Where is
I guess
our...
we should,
it's probably under Patreon.
We'll give it until 7:05, and then we'll just go live if he hasn't popped in.
All right.
Okay, producer link is
so
live.
Twitch, YouTube, how y'all doing tonight? I'm eating Gardetto rye chips because they're the best kind.
You just had a hot dog.
I'm hungry, dude.
He's got the munchies.
I didn't have anything for lunch. Wait, no,
well, he's gonna be eating Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow.
So he doesn't have the munchies. He's got the lunchies because he didn't have it.
Yeah, I didn't eat much for lunch. I know I ate something, but it wasn't obviously enough.
Oh my God.
And we didn't
Am I the
have
only one that
anything
has
for
to
dinner.
mirror my video?
Because it was leftover night, so that's why I had a hot dog, because it was leftovers from the other.
Oh God, it's like a really creepy mirror.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun show.
Anyways, dinner.
To deliver a pizza,
podcast.
bro.
He's got 60 seconds.
The bad part about Thanksgiving, though, is you don't want to eat all day because you're going to be eating all night.
Agree to disagree.
Then by the time dinner comes around, you're hangry, and that's when the Thanksgiving fights start.
Oh, on Thanksgiving, dinner is at 2 in the afternoon, and then you just have leftovers. It's how it works.
Well, yeah, but when you eat at 2 when you eat at 2 in the afternoon, you're hungry at 5. So then you got to break out the leftovers then.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So, you know the Costco size pies?
No.
So I got one of those from my general manager at one of my stores, the one that I office at.
Oh, was that
my wife?
Was that the one that was literally nothing but nuts on the entire pie?
Yeah, it's a pecan pie.
Good,
so my wife got an apple pie from her GM at the dealership she offices at. Nice. And then we already have a pumpkin cream pie that we had already unthawed. So we're going to have pie for weeks. So if anybody needs pie, come on down.
We were planning on making 3 pies, and we finally settled for 2 because,
I only like certain pies, but mostly I like the pies that have the pecan and the caramely stuff. What is that kind of pie?
Yeah, that's the pecan pie.
That's the only pie I like, the only kind.
Nuts
and see, there's only
fruits.
2 of us in the house that will eat that pie.
Nuts
Me and my
and
mother-in-law.
fruits do not belong in desserts. Desserts are purely a sweet, we're talking vanilla,
Lucas, pecans are
chocolate.
sweet.
Nah, but they're nuts. They don't count.
They're like a honey roasted pecan. They're sweet.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's way too
No.
healthy. No, you need to replace that with chunks of Hershey's cookies and cream chocolate bar and put those on.
You're right. Because
now we're talking.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, we're 6
I
minutes
win.
past, so Lucas is the victor
have me
in
at
the pie
chocolate.
discussion. Let's go ahead and get the show started, I think. Me. My game.
La 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 la.
Yo.
My gain looks pretty good, I think. I hope everybody's gain also looks equally good.
Oh,
Because we
my
are going
gain
to
is
clap
beautiful.
in 3, 2, 1.
It's Thanksgiving and I'm making a turkey, but I can't eat it because I'm a vegetarian.
Mariah Carey, where are you at?
7:21.
Ooh, that's mighty fine. Mighty fine. All right. Let's see if you can pull
Steve.
off a John Legend. Where are you at?
I think I was at 402.
No. Only accepted in sing song, John Legend.
That was my Yakko impression, and that was damn good, I'll have you know.
So I missed your time because I was interrupting you like an
402.
asshole.
402-ish.
Thank you.
Give or take a minute for laughing.
All right. If we get Mr. Justin, we will get his time at a later.
Ooh, call him Justin Bieber.
Oh, yes. Okay, I like this. I will call him Mr. Bieber. We already leveled out this
By the way, I was
audio,
not having a fit. I was adjusting my audio.
so
Oh, good.
let
That's what
me
that was.
make a note.
Tearing a portal in Skyrim. It's all fine.
I mean,
Show start. All right, and off we go, gentlemen. Good luck.
for $5 a month, we can give you something better than the Lost Woods. We've got what we call the Hidden Feed. That
If you
gets
like
you our
cartoony-
all-access pass
Fuck!
to
Push the
everything
button
we
too
do
quick.
behind the
Take
scenes.
2. God damn it!
And you only get that kind of experience by watching the live show.
No, we are going to have some amazing stingers for this.
I fucked up. I thought you were finished talking, Steve, and you're recording. So let's try this
I'm
again.
never done talking. For $5 a month, we can give you something better than the Lost Woods. We've got what we call the Hidden Feed. That gets you our all-access pass to everything we do
done yet,
behind
Steve?
the scenes and otherwise. Head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and pledge your $5 today.
Fuck.
If you like cartoony Italian plumbers, you're in the right place. Infendo Radio is on now.
Hello to the most wonderful show on the planet.
Wow,
where
this show's going great.
we got no tongue ties. We've got only one takes on all of our outtakes and everything like such. Steve, I'm going to make you go first because your face is mighty red. How are you doing this evening?
I knew this was going to be a fun show tonight. I think we all started drinking a little too early. We're supposed to wait till after we finish the podcast.
We're already drinking the
So-
eggnog, kids.
It's true. Wow. I don't even know how to follow myself up on that. You can find me at the one and only link I have now. It is Linktree, so linktr.ee/Gentis. See what I'm all about there.
Excellent. You seem to be about a lot of things lately, so definitely go check that out. Lucas, on the other hand, is about equally a lot of things, I would say. So how are you doing tonight, and where can the people find you?
Oh my god, I was like at a 5, and then we started the show, and now I'm at like a 9. So I'm doing pretty good. You can find me at a lot of places, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to tell you about one of them, and that is my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/c/LUKASPEACE. I don't think there's an underscore, but maybe there is. I don't know anymore. Go check that out. I make videos about stuff, so go look for that.
Excellent. Everybody likes videos. Everybody likes stuff. Everybody also likes Justin Bieber. So how are you doing tonight, mystery guest? We are glad that you are here, but we cannot see you. So we hope that you have some kind of excellent costume for us or something. So don't disappoint. How are you doing this evening?
I'm wearing a plaid flannel shirt. Does that count for anything?
That kind of turns me on. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Maybe as long as you're wearing pants, because that's required for this episode. But tell the people where you can be found when you're not on the show.
You can find me on Twitter at Infendo Justin. You can find my Disney-related tweets at Utilidork, and you can find my new website at thedisneyparkbench.com.
Excellent. All right. Well, we have a lot of things to be thankful tonight for. It is the day before Thanksgiving, of course, but
excellent segue.
Yes.
Excellent segue that I'm interrupting.
We do need to thank our patrons this evening, and we have quite a few patrons to thank, because I believe this is our last episode of the month, unless my math is wrong.
No, you are correct, and I am glad that you said we are thankful for everybody, because I had forgotten it was the last episode of the month.
No, you hadn't. You totally remembered it was the last episode of the month, and you had the list all pulled up.
That's
There's
true.
a lot to be
Wow,
thankful for.
While we're getting to all the other patrons, why don't we thank the executive producers?
I was actually going to start with the ones that we don't get to talk about every week and
All
work
right.
our way to the ones.
Why don't we do that? Because we're clearly ready for all of them.
Yeah, so we want to thank everybody for continuing to support the show over at patreon.com/InfendoRadio. And we have the following list of the best patrons in the world. Daniel Gaskin, Shinedown, Mustard Giant Cow, Jonathan Lewis, Carmine Red, Schnazzy One, Michael Larson, Colton Malish, and then we have our two producers, Minus64 and Slacker Monkey. And then we have our two executive producers, the Brianosaurus and DJ. So thank you all for continuing to support us. We are very thankful for each and every one of you.
We check our list of patrons every day, and when one of you leaves us, we cry and we're inconsolable. We usually take a day off work.
It makes us sad. We get a notification in our Discord, and
Justin goes through like an entire tub of Ben and Jerry's. Like it's real depressing stuff.
I have to go down to the local movie theater and pick up an entire tub of popcorn myself.
So now that you feel sufficiently guilty, we will be right back with more of the show.
Love you.
How are we doing?
back to the old Twitcheritos. Hello, Twitch and or YouTube, and perhaps both at the same time. Invalidating our agreement with Twitch as an affiliate.
For the truly dedicated Infendo radio listener.
So does that mean that I'm actually talking about Pokemon Go tonight?
Apparently.
Oh, actually,
Wow.
yeah. It sounds like it.
Wow. What is this
I
world?
actually
I'm
did see
playing
you open my
Skyrim,
gift.
Lucas is playing Minecraft. I'm
And
talking about
we're
Pokemon Go.
back.
Let me actually find a Steve. I guess I'll find a Lucas.
I'm right here. I can do it
And
live.
let me make a
Improv.
note in Audacity. Back.
Eugene's like, no, we've had enough improv tonight.
And away we go. Oh, no, it's too quiet. Hold on. Let's try that again. Let's level it out, I guess, while we're at it. How does Lucas
A
sound?
producer's like a director who doesn't actually have to do
Everything
any
sounds
work.
perfect.
If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio,
Cool. Well, then let's try that again. And away we go.
a producer's like a director who doesn't actually have to do any work. If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio, head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and pledge at the $10 level.
Well, we are back. It is time to talk video games and news. I think that we will start with the news first. I think that we will start with Lucas first because that's just kind of how we've been doing things in the news section. So take us away, Lucas.
Oh my god, well clearly the most important story has to be the one that comes out first. Guys, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but the Wii U version of Super Mario Maker is no longer going to have online functionality on March 31st. So you won't be able to upload your courses anymore. I'm real sorry to have to be the one to break that to you. I know almost everybody has a Wii U because they were one of the most popular systems in recent years. But yeah,
But naturally, the internet is having a fit about it.
well, why not?
What?
It makes perfect
No.
sense.
Well, I
Like,
mean, Super Mario Maker was like one of the best-selling games for the system.
yeah, and
so.
it's not like there's a perfectly good alternative on a much better system out there or anything. So really, like, you know, if it's anybody's fault, it's ours for not seeing this coming. Like I said, you will have until March 31st. So if you do not own a Switch and you do own Super Mario Maker, this is your opportunity to fix that. Go do that on Wii U. Unfortunately, also the 3DS has never had the option to do that, so unfortunate news
Yeah.
for you guys as well. In a bit of slightly less interesting news, Smash Bros might be getting a new DLC character. Somebody found some audio files in the game that hint at a character. There's very little known about those audio files, and all of this comes with many grains of salt, obviously, as it is a rumor, a speculation on a Smash Brothers character. But apparently the audio file is similar to Byleth's audio file, which indicates that there are multiple variations of the voice or the audio clip. So people are speculating that this is going to be a character with multiple forms, which has led the folks over at Screen Rant, at least, which is where I got this news from, full disclosure, to speculate that it might be Crash and Coco Bandicoot, which I would very much like.
Oh,
if you haven't
Lucas,
listened,
that is my two dreams. Steve for
If-
Smash, Crash for Smash.
if you haven't listened to the show in 6 months, allow me to explain. I recently played Crash Bandicoot and I like it now. They are also speculating it could be Monster Hunter, right? Because you could have like a male and a female version of Monster Hunter. But the speculation is that the next character is going to be kind of like most of the DLC characters have been, right? Like, you know, you're talking Steve, that kind of stuff, where it's like, oh, we're going to swap between, you know, multiple forms. So I'm hopeful. I would like someone that I really want to see in the game, especially since, as we all well know, Minecraft Steve just didn't really do it for me. But that would be exciting. So we'll see what happens there. Of course, this is all rumor and speculation, so take it with many grains of salt.
Well,
I mean, I'm not opposed. Not
yeah.
a character I'm super excited about, but you know, I mean, there are
you know-
definitely worse choices.
You know what it'll do for me, though? It'll probably do for me the same thing that Minecraft Steve did and kind of give me an appreciation for Crash, if it is Crash, that is. Because there's probably a lot of cool, like, you know, Crash-isms, as it were, that they will toss in as, like, special moves, you know, stuff like that. So
One of the
he's
things
gonna
I would
get
like.
his taunt.
One of the things I would like about him is that he would be kind of a basic character, I would think, because he doesn't really have a lot of moves, you know?
He would be like Mario to me, right? That's
very
Which
similar.
would be nice to get a simple character for once.
So I was actually playing as Cloud a lot, because I'm in kind of a Final Fantasy VII thing right now. I played a little Smash as Cloud, and I guess we're jumping into a little bit of change the system here. But it kind of struck me how simple of a character he is, almost annoyingly so, right? Like, as I was playing as him, I was thinking, like, you know, well, that game had the Magicite system where you like swap out different Magicite to use different spells. It would be cool if you're like down B like swapped between like a fire, a thunder, and an ice Magicite, and they had different like forms of attacks
kind of a
based
cool
on that
idea.
But all you do is charge up your limit breaker, and when that charges up, you get one more powerful version of the B button attack. He's a very boring character. He feels like a very like starter kind of character now.
I really liked him when he first got launched last gen, right? He was last gen.
Yeah.
So, but then as they've introduced all of these like really weird and intricate characters in Smash Ultimate, I've been gravitating towards those, honestly.
I kind of have to, like, Joker threads the needle for me because he's got some cool gimmicks, but he's still kind of a basic character. So that works well because, you know, he's like one of my mains. But yeah, no, it's like you compare him to like some of the more recent stuff like Min Min and Steve. Oh my God, Steve is so weird. He ruins the Omega stages. I was playing against Steve the other night, and it's like, oh God,
he's
now all of a
basically
sudden
got items.
Yeah, well, not just items, but he creates land. So it's like, now I don't have flat stages to battle on when there's a Steve in the match. It's so annoying. But like,
Thank God.
It's just interesting how boring some of these older characters feel by comparison, right?
I would be okay with a new character being somewhat boring because, and maybe it's just it's a me problem. I don't play the game often enough to learn any of these new characters, so it really just feels like I paid for a whole bunch of characters that I'm never going to know how to use. Whereas, you know, you throw in a basic character and I can pick up and play as it and, you know, appreciate it without having to spend hours, you know, learning how to use it.
And honestly, I've had the opposite experience in my... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt whenever I talked over there. I've had the opposite experience in my end because I have really enjoyed learning these weird, intricate characters, and it almost feels like I am getting my money's worth out of the DLC because of it, you know, because I'm spending hours and hours and hours learning. I hated Minecraft Steve at first. You guys know this. I talked about this when he first launched.
Oh, yeah.
But I just kept at him, kept playing with him. And I think I'm getting pretty good with him, quite honestly. And I like him now, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. That's just been my personal experience, I guess, with the DLC.
I can nearly guarantee you that if we get Crash Bandicoot, he's going to play as a very simple character. So more of a Justin character than a Eugene character. Because I just can't picture that much of a moveset to pull from, right? You know?
Well, no. Even if you look at the games that he's in, he's got a jump, a spin, and a ground pound.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's the entirety of his arsenal.
Slide dash, and So like, he'd probably feel kind of like a Banjo-Kazooie, right? Like Banjo-Kazooie had kind of a similar, like, pretty easy with like the one gimmick being the invincibility feathers. You know, maybe they could work in something with like the golden Wumpa fruits or something, where like you get like an invincibility.
Doesn't he do like? Isn't there like cart levels in Crash? They can do some cart thing like they have with Minecraft Steve.
I mean,
he's got got a bear,
on rails, animal sections, but I mean, they're as prevalent as like a Donkey Kong kind of thing, you know. So I guess they could work something like that in. Maybe like a side B could be like dashing on a pig or something, but I don't know.
That would be cool.
Be interesting to see.
And,
Crash or Smash.
I do like to speculate on this stuff. It's funny because it seems like half of the rumors from Smash Brothers end up coming true, you know? Like, I feel like we've heard about Minecraft Steve forever at this point, and now it's just, like, coming true. Whether that's a fact of it, somebody just, throwing crap at the wall and it's sticking finally is another story, but who knows? Yeah. But, okay, did anybody else have any other news? Because I think there was a few others, if I remember correctly. Yeah, why don't you take it, Steve?
So... there was an update for Pokemon Go. I can't believe I'm talking about this because I hate that game. But so you remember back when the pandemic first happened and they did all these bonuses like, increased effectiveness of incenses and like double experience remote raids, all that kind of stuff. They're bringing some of those back starting
right. They are.
I think it was Thursday, November 19th, so it's already happened. But incense effectiveness is increased, and your buddy Pokemon will bring you more gifts each day, up to 5 gifts at once and up to 3 times a day. It says they're temporary, but now they're slated to be in there through June of 2021 because of the pandemic ramping back up.
And not only that, like one of the events that's running right now with incense, you're getting like different Pokemon that aren't even like around in your normal area. I like that.
Well, and they also have done this thing for the next 12 days where like the Pokemon that you're partnered with gets more like friend experience and stuff faster. So like I've got my Shadow Aerodactyl that I've been working on, and all of a sudden I'm like ramping up on that. So that's nice to see because that's such a slow process, you know?
So that was all the news I had. I had seen it come across to Pokemon Discord.
Okay, but I want to talk more Pokemon Go since we're talking about it because one of the things that it's small updates, a lot of little small updates, but this quality of life update. Oh yeah,
the other updates. That's right.
So
you'll have to speak more to this because I skipped over.
Before, when somebody invites you to a raid and you didn't have any raid passes, you had to go all the way back to the store.
I've missed several raids with you and your wife as a result of this.
Now it'll pop up. Hey, do you want to spend 100 coins? Yes, I do, because there's only 30 seconds left to get in this raid. I need to get in it now.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
and they're gonna make so much money.
100%. I already spent $1 because I was like, oh my god, I gotta.
See, and that's the thing. I don't mind putting money into a game like Pokemon Go when it does that kind of, like I was really annoyed, and you remember I talked about this on the show when they removed all of like the COVID quality of life updates, right? Because it's like, I finally got a chance to really enjoy the game, and then all of a sudden they pull it again, and you're back to kind of playing it at square one, having to go out and do all the stuff, and it's like, this isn't really a great time to be going out and meeting other people and doing that, so like it's nice that you can go back to playing that. I'll probably get way back into it because at the rate I used to play it, I used to get like a shiny a day, and now I'm lucky if I get one like a month. So
I'm so glad that they're doing that. Bringing some of this stuff back for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't been playing it for the past couple of weeks, so I don't know, maybe this will get me back into it, but it's it is what it is. It's good that they're, making adjustments to accommodate the situation. By the way, I know it's not the end of the show, but let me just kind of throw out there. Stay inside, wear a mask, wash your hands. For the love of God, can we get this over with?
No.
So, if nobody else has any news, I can kind of segue off the Pokemon Go news.
Segue?
Yeah, I get it. I don't have anything else.
So, for what I've been playing this week, I actually have been playing Pokemon Go, as much as it pains me to say that, since I have a natural hatred for the game for some reason.
You've mentioned that twice.
I decided that I wanted a Melmetal. So I transferred a Pokemon. Well, I'd already transferred a Pokemon from Pokemon Go to home, but then I transferred one of my shiny Pokemon that I'd gotten during the Oregon event over to home. And I decided to do the Meltan event last night, forgetting that pineapple berries get you extra candies, because that's how bad I am. So I am literally one candy away from getting my Meltan. Or
you gotta wait. Well, I think it's only like 3 days now. I think they
it is only 3 days. So I'll be able to do it on Friday.
And also, I think you can, I don't know 100%, but I think you can jump that by doing the Pokemon Let's Go transfer. I think that'll like up your time.
No, I actually looked into that, and it still says 2 days.
Okay, well.
So it was worth a shot, but and the sad part is I thought, oh, okay, well, I have all these extra Meltans I don't need. Even after doing that, I have one left. That's all I've got, so I can transfer it and get my 400th candy. But then I can't evolve it because I don't have one anymore.
Here's the other bad thing about having a bunch of Meltan in Pokemon Go. Mythical Pokemon have to be transferred one at a time.
So what I was doing was I would catch it. I finally got to the point during the event because, it It goes for an hour now, too. I thought it only used to last for half an hour.
Well, I think that's because of the increased effectiveness of the incense, because that's a feature of the incense, and they function as the same kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So once I got caught up, I would catch one and then just immediately transfer it. Catch it, transfer it. I was only watching for one with a high CP because I would like one with a high CP in that game. Yeah. And then the low CP one is the one that I transferred over to Pokemon Sword because I know I'm going to be doing other stuff with that one anyway.
Yeah.
So that's my experience with Pokemon Go. I've also been playing Skyrim. I haven't had a lot of time to play anything this week. Like, I played Pokemon Go in bed at 1 a.m. last night for an hour, not realizing the event was an hour. I thought it was a half hour. So, I did play a little more of Skyrim. I finally, on my save that I had to restart again, I finally got myself to Winterhold. And, nope, Winterhold is the college. Whiterun, excuse me. I got myself to Whiterun. I had stolen the claw. I wanted to keep the claw in my house. I got caught by the guards. They confiscated all my stolen
gear. They took
gear.
The claw.
I reloaded because I don't know if you can get that stuff back once
you can. It goes into an evidence chest in the prison, but it's very hard to get because there are guards all over the place.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So anyway, I reloaded my save back like 40 minutes, which was no big deal. So now I'm trying to make money to buy a house because there's a house in Whiterun I can buy for only 5,000 gold. So now I'm using alchemy to make potions to sell to make money quickly.
I'll give you a little tip on that.
Yes.
There's a spell that you can apparently only get in one spot. I've ever found it.
Yeah, it's a campground that's by a river not far from where I am.
With the mammoths, they do all the mammoth tusks. Yeah, and you can turn iron into you turn iron into silver and silver into gold. Then you can smelt that into bars, and it's a whole big process. But yeah. Do you have that spell yet? Because
not yet. I'm actually looking for it right now.
Go get it. It's very useful. It makes you a lot of money very quickly.
Right now I'm on a podcast, but that's on my to-do list
for sure.
You're gonna make me boot Skyrim back up.
I'm telling you,
you're gonna be very angry.
If I haven't
Eugene, I want you to play it in VR.
If I hadn't already put that much time into it to the point where I know everything that's going to happen before it happens, I would play it again. But I've done it so much that I know everything now.
And I thought Witcher 3 would be my next Skyrim, but I'm having a hard time really getting caught up in Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Whereas Skyrim, I was just head first into it when I was playing it a lot. Yeah. So.
Well, and the thing that I'm I was having this discussion with Lucas. The thing that I'm kind of about right now is I want to really slow burn my games. So I've been staying off of social media. For those of you that are in my Discord, you'll notice that I've got a bot that's pumping just the Twitter information that I want into my Discord. That's not so much for you guys to get information. That's more for me because I'm trying to stay off of social media because I'm fed up with it. I had to block Hyrule Warriors on Twitter because people are already putting the end of the game on there. And I don't want to see that. I want to slow burn that. I have been playing it. I've played the first level, done a couple of side missions to level up Link and Impa a little bit. I've only done one level in this week, along with my little bit of time in Skyrim, and I don't want to rush it. I want to enjoy it.
Isn't avoiding the end of Age of Calamity kind of like avoiding the end of Revenge of the Sith?
No, because
I'm not even avoiding the end. I'm one level into the game.
Yeah,
I really just want to play it at my own pace.
I mean, I get it. I'm avoiding spoilers on it as well, just because for the same reason. I want to enjoy the journey, but we already kind of know where it's going to end. So.
Well, apparently a bunch of people are saying that it's got a non-canonical ending or something, and there's supposedly even a secret ending that I just saw an article for the other day. So I think you might be surprised, but who knows?
Well, and that's just it. There's a time-traveling guardian in this. I want to learn that on my own.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are there's a lot of people that are, all I know is speculation because I heard all this before the game even came out, but there were a lot of people who were speculating that in this timeline, like it'll end with a happy ending because you know, the time traveling thing is a thing. So it won't even continue off into
I've heard that theory.
Breath of the Wild and stuff. And I suspect it's true, but I haven't looked into it, so I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing I've really spoiled myself on is the full character roster. Yeah. And I'm not disappointed. But yeah, like I say, I just want to. I figured you would be. Actually.
What you gonna do, right? It's not my game. It's not my game.
I'm just to the point where I just want to like enjoy games like I used to when I was younger. So many times over the last few years, it's like, oh my gosh, I got Breath of the Wild. I put 150 hours into it in 30 days. And then that was it. So I just want to take my time.
I want to point out one of your flaws. And I know we're going long, but screw it. It's the Thanksgiving episode, Steve. When we play games together, you do that stuff to yourself. And it's a problem. When we played the Pokemon DLC, like I didn't even know what some of the Pokemon were. And you were like, well, I found the spot where Keldeo spawns. I'm like, how does he know? I'm like, oh, so you caught Keldeo? Nope, haven't done it yet, but I read about it online. It's like you spoil yourself.
I do. And it's a nasty habit.
Ever since like the Wii era, like the end of high school, I've made a point of not spoiling games for myself, and it makes me like them a lot more. So like, please get on this train with me. Go into stuff blind.
I'm getting
it's so
there.
much more fun. Like sometimes
I
you get
do my best to go in as blind as possible, but sometimes the curiosity gets the better of me. Well, I'll see a headline or see a video title and be like, ooh, this intrigues me.
Well, and
Sia was an awesome villain, by the way.
Like I've had my Breath of the Wild moments, right? Like I've had games that I've gone into and they weren't what I was expecting and I came out disappointed. But for me, that's worth it for all the times that I've gone into a game and been like, usually when I play Pokemon, I don't know what any of the new Pokemon look like, and that's so much fun. So do it. It's worth it. It really is.
Yeah, I'm getting there. It's going to take some time to change that.
It's going to take some
strength. I'm like that with Pokemon anyway because I don't care enough about Pokemon to seek out the information.
God, we are an apathetic group tonight. That's for sure. We hate
Breath of the
these...
Wild 2, whatever it's going to be called is. I'm going to try to go in as blind as possible. I mean, I'm sure I'll watch the trailers. I'm sure I'll watch whatever Nintendo releases. But beyond that, I'm not going to get as deep into it as I did Breath of the Wild because I'm really curious what they're going to do with the second one that's going to make it different. I want to have that Dark World moment that I had years ago with Link to the Past, where
you heard it here first, folks. Breath of the Wild 2 Dark World.
Right. I'm gonna laugh.
Might be.
Right. The only other thing I've played is the Game & Watch. I've never actually beat Mario 1 before, and let's not even talk about the lost levels. So now that I have Infinite Lives, I am actually trying to beat that game for the first time ever. I'm in World 7, and it's kicking my sorry ass.
See, I warped all the way to World 8 right off the bat, and I'm just banging my head against those levels one right after another. I'm in 8-4. I know exactly how to get to the end. It's just a matter of actually accomplishing it now.
It's hard.
Because, I don't know if this... If you consider this a spoiler, then I don't know what to tell you. But
the game is 35 years old. Come on.
In the last room of the last castle of Super Mario Brothers, there's a Hammer Brother, and we all know how much of a pain in the neck that they were to get past in the original Super Mario Brothers. And then after you get past him, Bowser is also throwing hammers. So you go from one nearly impossible obstacle to another nearly impossible obstacle, and of course if you die once you come back, there are no power-ups throughout the castle. So I just keep on getting halfway to Bowser and then dying, and then I get all the way to the Hammer Brother and I die, and I only got to Bowser once and Bowser killed me. I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna beat this game. But that's my pooping game lately, so
yeah.
I have a confession to make that I have only ever beaten original Super Mario Brothers while cheating with a Game Genie or something.
Are you guys freaking serious?
Yeah, that's
Steve
hard,
was telling me this the other day. He's like, I've never beaten this game before. I'm like,
it's hard.
I've beaten it. I beat it on the Game Boy Color. I'm pretty sure I've beaten it on one of the Virtual Console releases. I think on the 3DS I beat it.
Okay, all right.
But you know, we're also...
without save states, right? Like you just played.
Oh no, I used save states.
Oh my god! I'm with liars.
All right, let me put it this way: I've been in 8 for the past day or two, and I've died probably 30 some odd times.
How is the only guy who wasn't born when the game was made the one that's beaten it like normally?
Because you have patience, friend.
Oh my god! I guess no life means I have plenty of time to work on this stuff. Jeez, God, okay. No
So
shame, they're hard, but like
that's it for me. That's all I've been.
No,
doing.
we're shaming you for beating it. That's what we're reverse shaming you.
I live for that challenge, you know. Like,
one of these things is not like the other.
I'm still ashamed that I had to save state in the last dungeon of Zelda 2 to beat that game. Like that's my point of shame.
Oh,
like,
I beat Zelda 2 normal, so does that redeem me?
Hey, that redeems you in my eyes. Yes, you're my hero again.
So you know that Zelda 2 is on the Switch Virtual Console.
It is on the Switch Virtual Console, but God, it's so tempting to use those
save
states, baby boy.
Oh, it's even worse there because you can rewind.
Yeah, it's real freaking easy. But anyway, you know.
Somebody else talk.
We're 45 minutes into the show, so yeah. I will go next.
And we have a huge question block, too.
I only have one thing to talk about. I've been playing Pokemon Sword and Shield nonstop, and I've been grinding for Ultra Beasts that are shiny. I haven't gotten any yet, and it really hurts. It hurts my soul, guys.
You made a Pheromosa emoji in our Discord.
And I posted it once for every time I've hunted her and not gotten a shiny, yes.
It was awesome.
I have done 187 hunts for Pheromosa. I've caught 162 of them.
I would like to point out right here that Lucas is taking notes on his phone.
I call it
Numbers.
my Steve list.
I have ruined him.
I call it my Steve list.
This is what I do with my shinies.
So the odds for these things are 1 in 100 with the shiny charm that I have. So hypothetically, around 100 catches in, I should see a shiny. I've done 180 something Pheromoses. I haven't gotten it.
Yeah, you're at almost double odds.
I started Xurkitree as like a vacation from Pheromosa. I've done
farthest thing from a vacation.
So Xurkitree is a lot harder. Out of the 21 hunts that I've done, I've messed up 9 of them, but I've had 12 chances for a shiny and have not gotten one. It hurts, guys. It hurts a lot, but I'm pulling through. So that's literally like all I've played. I
thrive on other people's misery, so this is wonderful for me.
Yeah, it's real.
It's nice to see you suffer for a change.
Yeah. But no, dude, it's intense. Like if you think about it, right? Like your odds were like 1 in 500 and something, and you went up to like almost double that. I've almost hit double that with this Pheromosa thing.
Yeah, my personal average is 1 in 343.
I've done less hunts, but I'm almost where you were when you were going for that Pikachu or whatever, and you hit 999
which is
hatches.
Disgusting.
Like, yeah, it's painful, but it's gonna be so worth it when I get these things.
Well, yeah, look at how happy I was 3 shiny Pikachus later when I finally got him.
In all honesty, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. I took a long break from shiny hunting, and it was something like it's something I can do like over the holidays, over Thanksgiving and stuff, and I'm just sitting there hanging out with my parents, we're watching movies, we're eating dinner. I can just pull out the Switch and I can hunt.
That's when I shiny hunt.
That's how I do the shiny hunts and stuff. So I'm exasperated, obviously, but if I hated it with a passion, it wouldn't be happening. So.
But that adrenaline rush though, when you're looking through the 4 Pokemon,
it hurts.
Man, is that worth it?
It's like a heartbreaking moment though. Every time you go in and you look, and you're like, is it gonna look different?
Yeah, you're like,
it looks the same, and it hurts. But that's me.
Down.
Eugene, what have you been playing?
I have been playing quite a lot of games actually. It's funny. So this story starts not with a game, but an accessory. I think I talked about this a little bit last week, but I hadn't really gotten the chance to like dive in and use it. I got like a little gooseneck holder for my Switch that has like a little clamp on it. So I have that clamped onto my bed because, again, we're all dorks here. And now
some
that
of us are nerds.
whichever you prefer.
I played Pokemon from 1 to 2 a.m. in bed while the wife and the dog are passed out cold. I totally get it.
So I can basically like, I know you can't see me if you're on the audio episode, but I can like kind of, bend the gooseneck around so that it's pointed right at my face. And then I can play Switch in bed with my 2 Joy-Cons in hand. And it's really comfortable that way. Because okay, this
Your
is gonna
arms don't go numb.
This is going to sound even worse than the gooseneck. So we have 2 TVs hanging in our bedroom. One of them with like what we're watching. Tonight it's going to be like, Masked Singer or whatever. But the other one is at all times it has a security camera. Usually I play games on that TV, but since we've had the kiddo,
gosh. Okay, it stopped being fair now.
since we had the kiddo, it's usually like the camera that's in his
Masked
room.
Singer, baby cam, and then switch in your face.
So now I have my ability to play video games whilst watching TV with the wife again, and it is amazing. I like it a lot. So now back to the games. I have been playing a lot of Smash, actually. Boring, I guess, but I really like Minecraft Steve. He's really.
I never thought I'd hear those words.
I am just happy to hear you say Minecraft. That one word coming out of your little lips.
Now we can doctor this episode and have Eugene go, I really like playing Minecraft.
Yeah. So my I hate you guys so much. My Minecraft Steve experience is thus. First week just hating him because he's slow, don't understand how the moveset works, getting beat by a lot of Minecraft Steves that do know what they're doing. Then I just, kept at it. I haven't done the thing yet where I'm watching like YouTube videos of other people play it, like high level type of thing, but that's probably next. But now I'm to a point where I'm the person who, when somebody's trying to up B on a level, I'm building blocks so then they can't do it. I'm the type of person.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm the person who is down Aing the fire, whatever thing off of the level to murders people. Like
baby boy.
I love Minecraft Steve. He's got a lot of.
I love Minecraft.
He's got there's a lot of depth there. There really is, because not only do you have to worry about your materials, but then you have to worry about the weapon that you have with the materials that you have purchased or whatever, or dug up.
And then you get that adrenaline rush when you see the diamond.
Yes, definitely. I'm pretty sure that the weapons are a la Breath of the Wild, and that they're breakable, I think.
Yep.
Because that's what I thought. So like you're always
right out of the game.
Yeah, you're always digging and trying to like create a little bit of distance between your enemy, so then you can dig and get like a little bit more material, so then you can create a little bit more distance with your enemy, and then you dig it. It's just like I love it. I don't know. I like it.
It's funny because you really latch on to like the gameplay when you play these games.
Right.
And for me, it's all about like the immersion and the experience. So like my whole reason why I'm not a fan of Steve, and you can take that out of context if you want, is because he's like a Game & Watch or a Rob kind of character, right? He doesn't feel like a good fit when he's going up against Mario or Cloud or Sonic or Joker, or he doesn't
look like anybody either. He doesn't fit.
He's straight out of Minecraft. He has the jerky animations and stuff. So it's like he's fine and he's there, but I will never fight against him because it breaks me out of that. And this is a me thing. Like I know this is a me thing, and it's fine. It is what it is. But like I hate those characters because they just feel so jokey, in comparison to like, the swordsman or the anime characters, or, mainstream like Fox and Falco and that kind of stuff. Like, they don't feel like they fit in the universe for me. So I have a real problem with that. And that's my own weird thing, but that's just kind of where I am with him. But it's so interesting to me to hear you talk about it, Eugene, because you're really a strategy type of player. You're a gameplay type of person, and that's really cool. And I wish we played Smash more than we do, because that would be really fun to experience. But
that's just kind of my thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I'm any good at it. Like I'm not like a high level Smash player by any means, but I just enjoy that aspect of it.
Just the fact that you latch onto it. My mains in Smash, I got really good with Bayonetta. She was the only character that I ever really latched onto the move set more than the character. But like my mains in Smash, Joker and Pit, right? Like those are not characters that I play because I necessarily think they're the best character in the game. They're characters that I play because I like them or I somehow identify with them or their games. They're like the characters that I enjoy and I want to be.
That's me too. My Donkey Kong, my Pikachu, I usually play as adult Link.
I will learn to play a character that I might not necessarily be good at because I like the character's design. Whereas you really do seem to latch on to the actual gameplay, which I think is, frankly, I think that's more of like a professional gamer mentality for what that's worth, you know? So
yeah, I think maybe if I had more time, I'm not saying I could go to like Evo and win or anything like that, but you know, back in my day, I felt I was pretty good at Smash, you know? So like, yeah.
Man, we gotta fight more. We gotta get in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, maybe we'll just like create a Smash thing over the weekend and see who wants to pop in the Discord or something like that.
I'd be down.
Yeah, we've got voice chats and everything in the Discord.
So, but aside from Smash, Pokemon has been a thing still because the events are really good in Pokemon Go right now, I feel. So, taking advantage of those. And other than that, just Breath of the Wild, guys. I don't know why I'm in a Breath of the Wild mood, but
you've been back on Breath of the Wild again?
Well, everybody's talking about Age of Calamity, and I haven't gotten it yet. I know I'm going to get it eventually, but I have just like, you know, I don't know. It's just not the time for me.
You're kind of where I am, for entirely different reasons, but you're kind of where I am. So.
First of all, I feel like that's a game that's gonna go on an extreme discount at some point because
it will.
The last one did. So I feel like that's something I can wait for. But number two, like you know, you guys.
You're not a Warriors guy.
Yeah, you guys know how I feel about that. So it's just not something I need in my life right now. But
supposedly
like Steve,
it's doing well. I think it did like 3 million copies in the first 4 days or something.
Yeah, apparently it's you posted something on it. It's the highest selling Warriors game to date.
Muso game ever. Yeah.
So that's pretty good, you know. But again, I can wait. Once it drops to like, you know, even like $50, $40,
yeah, 40,
I'll
50
pick it up.
bucks. I see it going on 40.
But yeah, that's it. Just Breath of the Wild, all the old standbys, my dudes. I have new games that I purchased even. Haven't touched them because I don't know why I buy new games because all I do is play Smash and Breath of the Wild.
Really?
I almost bought one.
Well, they were on sale. I bought them with coins, so it's not like it actually costed me money, but you know, I still bought them.
So let me ask you this: do we need a break, or can we just jump right into the question?
I say
we can jump right in.
Yeah, we have 2 questions at this point, but so let's save the good one for last. I feel.
Oh, that hurt whoever we're about to ask.
Well,
let's save the good one for last. First up, Colt's question.
I think there were like 4 questions.
There's 3 questions, so you'll never know which one is. Oh, no, you will. Damn it! I shot myself in the foot.
Let's save the good one for last.
Sorry,
Eugene,
sorry, Schnazzy one.
Edit it out.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna call it like it is. Sorry, Schnazzy one and Slacker Monkey. Trained by Day.
Ask better questions, apparently.
Yeah, Trained by Day had the question of the week. So, you know, if you want to ask a better question, you're going to have to step it up next week.
I can read it since I don't have an answer for it.
Yeah. Well, let's start with Slacker Monkey's question because he asks, you know, kind of an easy one, I feel. What is your favorite quote if you have one? No joke answers.
Are we talking like video game quote? I'm going to make it about video games.
It just says quote in general.
So I have right off the bat, I got this one nailed down. And I don't know why it's my favorite quote, and it's not going to be funny out of context, but in Time Splitters Future Perfect, there's a scene where the main character Cortez is in the year, I think it's like 2058, and he's with this female agent or whatever, and they're about to go down the elevator, and he does his catchphrase, which is, "It's time to split," and she gives him this look like, what the hell was that? And then they're like awkwardly riding the elevator together, and I know that this game did not originate it, but he just turns to her and he's like, "So you get dental?" And like for some reason, every time I'm doing something where I'm in a moment where it's like awkward silence, like when I'm playing Phasmophobia and we're hiding in the bathrooms in the high school together from the ghost, I'll just turn to my friend and I'll be like, "So, you get dental?" So that's I don't know why. Like I said, very lame out of context, but that's my go-to. So
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So I had two that immediately came to my mind when I read this question. And I've actually used both of them in all of my email signatures for the last probably 5-10 years. Up until, I think it was last year, maybe the year before. Actually, it was last year.
I really want to spoil it because I know what it is.
It
I'm
was
just going to blurt it out.
Yeah, it was do or do not, there is no try. That's always been one of my favorites from Yoda.
Okay,
From
classic.
Up until last year. Or it was either last year or the year before. I think it's from episode 7 because that's where episode 8 where Yoda shows up. He says in there, your greatest teacher failure is. For whatever reason, that resonated with me when I heard that, and I immediately changed all of my email signatures to that, and that is actually to this day my email signature, even on my work email account.
There we go.
Nice.
And we all know Eugene's because he quotes it all the time. It's from one of his favorite people. Do you all remember when I won in Wisconsin? I won very big numbers. Some would say the biggest numbers. Right, Eugene? Right? That's
yeah, no, yeah. Nailed it. Nailed it. No, so I had to look it up because I didn't want to misquote it. But I've always liked this line in BioShock, since we're going video game quotes, or at least Lucas did.
Yoda's in a video game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That truth.
Yoda stories.
He probably says that.
Said it there.
Yeah. Exactly. So Andrew Ryan says from BioShock, we all make choices in life, but in the end, our choices make us. I don't know why. I don't even know if that is directly an Andrew Ryan quote. Like, I don't know if that came from somewhere else, but I know that I heard it from BioShock, and it kind of stuck with me.
Nice. Very nice.
I like it.
We got 2 deep ones and a joke. Love it. Love everything about it.
Slacker Monkey says, no joke answers, please. We move on to Schnazzy One, who
that was
says,
no joke. That is one of Lucas's favorite quotes.
That was legitimate, but it is a joke. So what you gonna do?
We move on to Schnazzy One, who says, what Thanksgiving food do you covet the most? He so it's actually a 2-parter, it looks like. So what Thanksgiving food do you covet the most? And what is the game you shouldn't play during a pandemic lockdown? So lightning round for Schnazzy.
I've got freaking both of these.
I've got pandemic.
Okay, so first, stuffing is the best Thanksgiving food. But I also really like chocolate pie, chocolate cream pie, that kind of stuff. That's really good. The game that you shouldn't play during the pandemic is the game I haven't been able to play since the pandemic started. Oh God, what is it actually called? Because I had it on my phone all the time. Shoot, I need to look up the name real quick. But
okay, well I'll go. The best Thanksgiving food is none other than mashed potatoes and turkey gravy. But it's got to be the homemade turkey gravy. And the game that you're not supposed to play during the pandemic is Twister.
Oh, that's clever.
You think about that for a minute.
So there's this game called Plague Inc. that I used to really like.
Oh yeah,
where you create a pandemic and watch it infect and kill people, and that's the whole game. It was a fun game right up until this year, and now I don't think I can ever play it again without feeling bad. So like that happened,
Yeah. It's I've heard of that game and I've wanted to play that game. But now I don't know I could play that game.
Exactly. Like it was a fun game, right? You just you create a virus and you pick a place, it spreads, and you just kind of mutate the virus to infect as many people as possible and then kill as many people as possible.
Oh, wow.
And if you kill everyone, you win the game. But now, like, it's not a good thing anymore, right? Like it was fine. Now it's awful, and I don't think I can play it ever again. So, yeah,
wow.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the worst pandemic game for me, I don't know. Actually, there's a couple of them. a game called Risk that is it's called like Risk Pandemic actually, I think, or it's like it's kind of like the same thing. I forget what it's called, but it's basically a kind of the same thing, right? Where you have to like, you know, infect the board or whatever. So that wouldn't be a good one. But I also feel like just dark games in general are probably not good. Like, how the heck, because I played Last of Us 1. How could anybody play Last of Us 2 right now? Like, I know it came out during the pandemic and people loved it, but like, man, no, I don't like apocalypse games like that. Like, I don't think so.
So my parents and I, real quick diversion here, we've started watching and we'll finish watching tomorrow this movie called The Stand, which is a Stephen King movie about an apocalypse. It gets into like biblical stuff too, but like an apocalypse caused by a virus. And we watched the first hour and a half because it's a 5.5 hour movie. It was originally a miniseries, kind of like it.
Right.
My God, dude, the parallels in the first like 40 minutes, it's ridiculous. Like it is so much scarier now than it was like, you know, a few years ago. Cause it's like, you're watching it and you're like, my God, like half of this stuff is going on.
Right.
And now we've gotten to the part where like the cars are on fire and everybody's looting in the streets. And it's like, okay, now we're past the point of where we are in reality. But for a while they're like watching people get it and people deny it was a thing and people try to find a cure. And it's like, oh boy, like this is actually scary.
For me.
Oh, go ahead,
Eugene.
Steve. No, you first.
Okay.
No, I'll go.
I just want you to go, Steve, because I have something to say.
Okay. So for me, that's been The Walking Dead. We've been watching The Walking Dead since since like season 2 is when we.
Okay. Yeah.
But watching, so you know, we're at the point now in The Walking Dead where it's like the world beyond or whatever, and it's like probably 10 years after the apocalypse happens. I fear for that point if it gets that bad. You know what I mean? Because I've seen what they do on that show. And that's if they can think that up before all this kind of crap happens, what happens when it really happens? Like, that terrifies me.
Yeah, no, man. So, Steve, you said something, or maybe it was Lucas said something, but like, when you are playing something or even watching a movie and like, you know, some crap is going down and then you can turn it off and be like, gee, it's a good thing that's not happening right now.
It's a good thing killer clowns don't really exist and stalk me in my nightmares.
Yeah. But now, you know, like some of that stuff is happening and it's doesn't feel good. Like, you know, it's like we were watching Resident Evil the other day, like all the Resident Evil movies, and like, you know, a virus happens and then this thing spreads and then it's like, like, it's not zombies that's happening, but,
Like, I was watching...
It's not that much different, though, Eugene.
Sure.
I was watching the movie, and, like, in the first scene, like, after, you know, the virus starts spreading, like, the military show up, and I'm like, why aren't the military wearing masks? This is so unrealistic! Like, and then they started wearing masks a few scenes later, and I was like, okay, so it's just like real life. Got it.
Oh, boy. Okay, let's move on to the final question. Steve, please take us away.
I understand now why you said this was the good one.
Yeah. So, Training by Day asks, are there any games similar to GoldenEye 64 or Perfect Dark in the way the difficulty affects both the AI difficulty and also adds more objectives, preferably a more recent game or at least a game on the Switch? Thanks, guys. I unfortunately don't have an answer on this. I didn't have time to look it up, and I don't know any games off the top of my head. So I'm really hoping the pair of you have something.
Ironically, I do have one, although it doesn't meet the criteria of being a modern game on Switch that you can probably buy. But ironically enough, the game is Time Splitters again. In Time Splitters 2, and I want to say Time Splitters 3, but at least Time Splitters 2, if you played on easy mode, the objective would be reach a certain point in the stage, and that was it. If you played on normal or hard mode, you'd have additional challenges. Like in Notre Dame, you didn't get to fight like the Jack the Ripper or whatever, and like ring the bell and all that stuff until you beat the Notre Dame level. In the Space War level, there was like a whole war between like the green aliens and the red aliens, and you didn't get to participate in that if you played it on easy, because you just got to like a doorway and that ended the game. I remember thinking that was kind of cool as a kid, right? Because that was kind of around the time where I started getting good at games. So like I played a few in easy, then I played a few in normal, and playing it again in normal, it was like, oh wow, this is much more involved. Like I get
Time
more
Splitters
gameplay.
2 did that excellent, right? Like it was just
Yeah.
It took what GoldenEye did and almost did it better. I think Perfect Dark probably was the best place you could do that, in my opinion. And then that's my answer, actually. And it's not, again, kind of like Lucas, it's not a game that's modern.
You
it's not a game
get
that's
that
on the
one
Switch.
on a modern
but
console, though.
but you can get that on your Xbox One or even your Xbox Series X at this point, in the, I think, a la carte, or even in the
Rare Replay.
Rare Replay, yeah, thank you, Steve. So that would be my answer. Skip Perfect Dark Zero, despite what some people might say, that game is hot garbage.
I've never played a Perfect Dark game, and I know nothing about what they're about.
I think there may be some elements of that, and probably not to the same degree, but there may be some elements in that in the Resident Evil 0, 1, and 2 remakes, which are all on modern consoles. I know you can get 0 and 1 on the Switch.
So Resident Evil 1 was actually interesting and sexist because if you chose to play as Jill Valentine, you got an easier experience, right? You have Barry kind of helping you along the way, a different story, which was cool. If you played as Chris, you had a much harder experience, and it was kind of the you should play this your second time through kind of experience for the game.
Right.
That was kind of cool, and I actually kind of like how they did that. Again, kind of a little bit of a sexist element that the girl gets like the easy campaign. But these were the times we lived in.
I was going to say, the game was done in the mid-90s?
Yeah.
So slightly different era.
But it was cool. And honestly, I like Jill's campaign more because you got to interact with Barry. You had that whole exchange. You got to make a choice as to whether Barry lived or died, which was really cool. Like, that was...
It had one of the best lines in video game ever, right?
You
with
almost
I took an arrow to the
Jill
knee.
sandwich.
You knew the line. I knew to say it.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And I feel like that is an older thing, right? Like most modern games don't really do that. You might get something like that with like an indie game, but not really, and not to the same degree.
Not that I can think of.
Well, because these days everybody is so concerned with saving time, right? Like we're always talking about like, oh, I just don't have time to play games anymore. And B, nobody wants to miss out, and they feel cheated, and they go to Twitter and complain.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't really get to, put secrets in your game or put stuff like that in your game because then people will just feel marginalized or taken advantage of in some way. So
Right. So, well, all
right.
right.
I found a way to turn all of the question block into something sad. So.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Have a crappy Thanksgiving. That turkey you're eating used to be a living thing, and your grandparents are coming to tell you all about how your political views are wrong.
No, grandpa and grandma should be staying home because COVID's still a thing. People come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's time to go, guys. It's Thanksgiving Eve, so I am excited to get the turkey going early in the morning. I hope everybody is going to also have a fantastic turkey day if you're stateside. If you're not, well, go eat a turkey sandwich.
Out.
I don't know.
You're missing out.
Go have a hamburger. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically
all right.
like living in America. Yeah, just have a hamburger.
One thing that I can say that is applies worldwide at this point: wear a mask. Justin said it earlier in the episode before he was dead. But go wear a mask and be safe. And
if Lucas and I can do it in
time.
glasses, so can you.
Darn right. If my mom can do it with her claustrophobia, so can you.
Peace.
We love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye! I almost just clicked leave. Like I was like, bye-bye, okay, time to go.
Work has ruined you.
We ended just in time for Justin to join the call again.
Time.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, stop recording there. Stop recording here. Goodbye, Twitch, by the way. And YouTube. We love you too.
Oh, somebody's